Greetings, my dear colleagues. Dean Maripodi asked me to walk you through accessing the list of negotiated articulation agreements. There's a master list online. He also wanted me to show you where you could find the transfer guides that he's created to help advise students when they're considering using the articulation agreements that he's negotiated. So I thought that a screencast approach would be best for today's post to the blog. Without further ado, let's dig into these online resources. First of all, the list of the articulation agreements that Mike has negotiated can be found on the website. If you go to quincycollege.edu and you click on the About tab near the center of the page and then into the Academics link, you'll see in the right-hand menu a list of links out to specific things. You want to focus on the articulation agreements, obviously. This lands you on the Transfer Programs and Articulation Agreement page, which one more time links out to a PDF that is the master list of all the articulation agreements that we have with area four-year institutions, a few at a distance as well. This list, if you look at it, the left-hand column indicates the Quincy College degree. The middle column identifies the college and university or university with whom we have the articulation agreement. And the far right-hand column, when you see the blue links, these link out to the landing pages at these particular institutions. For example, UMass Boston Management, the Bachelor's of Science degree in Management. It's the landing page that you're linked to. It gives them information about the program, so helpful for students to read to understand what the learning objectives are. And also, the degree requirements are on this page. This is what the student's life will look like at UMass Boston. You can use the document I'm about to show you in conjunction with this page to advise students on transfer if a student asks you about it. The transfer guides that Mike created are on the Quintranet. I'm not sure how you each would make it to the Quintranet. I'm sure you've got links on your computers. Mine is my landing page, so whenever I open a browser, I just land on the Quintranet. So from the Quintranet homepage, you will see that there's a list of documents, of online documents. There's a folder, third from the top, for transfer guides. The transfer guides, Mike has arranged them in a folder by major or in a folder by school. For continuity's sake, let's have a look at the one for the UMass Boston agreement for a management degree. So business, UMass Boston transfer. And here you see the transfer guide. It lists all of our requirements for degree completion in the left-hand column. In the right-hand column, you're told what the UMass Boston or whatever institution equivalent would be. UMass Boston uses the transferology.com site. Students can log into transferology.com and identify particular transfers accordingly. So this can help. If a student asks you a question about articulation agreements, this guide will let them know how their courses transfer over. That's sort of the broad brushstroke approach. There are intricacies because not every course that we require has a specific transfer. Some of them just transfer over as random electives. Some of them aren't accepted at all. So these are things that students could look at, especially in this column when they're focusing on courses that are electives for us. If they take business management, the business management internship, for example, they're not going to receive transfer credit for that because there's no way for UMass Boston to offer those sorts of things. These are intricacies of the transfer negotiations that are probably better left to professional advisors in my office. We are working on a rather in-depth transfer advising program, and we're probably positioned better to handle that sort of advising than you would be as faculty who advise. So in the end, please do not feel fearful of referring the student to our office. It won't damage your credibility with the student. In fact, they'll probably be happier that you did refer them to an office that is better prepared to handle their questions. So that's again, that's the broad brushstroke overview of it. If any of you would like, I'd be happy to have some more conversations with you about the things that we'll be doing in our approach to develop a transfer advising program. Chief among them is making sure that students spend their time here wisely. And in 10 cases out of 10, that means completing their associate degree here before they move on, and doing so in an advised fashion. So that's really all I have on the topic. If there are any questions or comments or observations, please do feel free to reach out to me, and I can talk and walk you through a little bit more of it. And in the end, you can certainly refer your students to us for a deeper level of conversation if you're uncomfortable having any of the advising interactions about transfer. Okay, that's all I got.